So I want to point out that the ice cream she's talking about actually comes from a small business. I know that because I send this ice cream out to people. And she is one of the people that is fighting to make sure that small businesses are able to get the testing they need and the stuff that they need. So, Joy, you kind of feel like she's being scapegoated here?
Of course. But I love that you just said that that's a small business. That's perfect. You know, the Democrats are, in fact, fighting for more funding for hospitals and as well as relief for small businesses, for minorities and veterans. Okay, that's what the Democrats are fighting for.
Well, it's a small business. You know, you got to support
that changes
small business. Small business selling $9 pints of ice cream.
$12.
Or $12, sorry. Yeah. $12 pints of ice cream. I'm sure that's very accessible to all everyday Americans, a real community thing. And it's totally not a direct-to-consumer business for the PMC and for rich people.
Right. Yeah. And look, I mean, fine. Have whatever ice cream you want.
It's a good business. I wish you success. Actually, apparently, Joe Biden's campaign spent a lot of money at the same ice cream vendor.
Really?
What is it with these people and rich ice cream? I don't get it.
But the whole point is just how out of touch you could be at a time when so many people are lining up at food points,
banks.
When millions upon millions of Americans have lost their jobs, that when you have an opportunity to speak, even on a lighthearted, late night show, that what you choose to do is show off your abundance in your $24,000 refrigerator. It's not a great look. Like, even if you want to defend her and say, oh, this isn't the most important issue. The other piece that I love is Whoopi and Joy were like, oh, but they're really fighting for small businesses. Really? Because it sure looks like they held out for days and days on passing the small business addition for the Paycheck Protection Program, something we've, of course, been covering here, which, look, I was fine with if you actually are going to get something for holding out, but they basically didn't. They just held it up, ended up in the same place essentially as where they started. They got some additional money for testing, which
$25 million only.
How is that even like a concession that you had to wait for? So this idea, look, they're just boxed into this mentality where Democrats are always the good guys and Republicans are always the bad guys, when in reality, they're usually both bad guys, is the truth of what's going on in this town.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, I remember, it reminded me of like when we had Ted Lieu on this show and we asked him about the Hunter Biden thing. And he was like, look, people take payments, they sit on boards, it's not an issue. And it's like, that's not what, I know that's not what you think. It's messed up. Just say it. Like, just have a modicum of honesty. Or say, Hunter's not as bad as Trump, and so I'm going to vote for Biden. Fine. I can accept that. That is how human beings make decisions.
When you have choices, and you have to evaluate them and make the best one you can. But that doesn't mean this one is perfect and this one is all evil.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong here and everything wrong here. That is what makes you look like an idiot and a hypocrite. And that's what Joy and Whoopi are trying to do. Like, oh, it's a small business, and she's supporting small business. It's like, no, it is outrageous that a multimillionaire Speaker of the House is showing off her largesse while holding up funds for small businesses. And it's even more outrageous when she caves to the demands, or on any of her so-called progressive demands, and actually just extends the program like we probably should have done 12 days ago in the first place. The entire thing was a political hijinks maneuver from the beginning. And again, what did they get for it? To bail out the corrupt hospital industry the second time. Twice these hospitals are taking all of our money. How many bailouts have you received? How many? One.
Maybe.
A measly $1,200 payment.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're lucky to have direct deposit information on file with the IRS.
And I'm not trying to blow this ice cream moment out of proportion.
Yeah,
but
look, it's a stupid moment.
Right.
A lot of these people are out of touch, but it is the perfect representation.
That's it. Yeah. It's emblematic of a mindset that pervades Washington, of a bunch of millionaires who have a certain social set, certain group of donors that they talk to, that they coddle and cater to their every interest. And every once in a while, you get a little accidental window into the way that they're actually going about their lives, what values they are in touch with, and who they actually serve. And this was just one of those little glimpses that the Trump campaign, unfortunately for Democrats, smartly seized on. I'm sure there are many that could be seized on, if Democrats were smart on their side of the aisle as well. But it's just a little interesting window. But yes, please do support small businesses.
Yes.
We encourage that all day.
Support
every day.
actual small businesses. Go buy that ice cream if you can afford it. Maybe I'll pick up a pint myself. All right, we will have more rides.
We'll show it off on the show.
I will. I'll have more for you after this.